ताल ही अंग है,
ताल ही रंग है,
ताल जीवन के पहलू का ये संग है।
ताल ही अंग है,
ताल ही रंग है, ताल जीवन के पहलू का ये संग है।
ताल ही ज्ञान है, ताल ही शान है,
ताल ही ज्ञान है, ताल ही शान है।
ताल साज और सुरों का संगम
Namaskar, Pranam, and welcome back to your favorite musical show of the day, Tabla Tarang, brought to you by Tabla Niketan, Sapper Solutions, and Kaushalya Brand Communications. My friend, we are now in the third week of Tabla Tarang and in the final episode of round one. In the last 2 weeks, we've met over 60 contestants in round one. Today, we're going to be meeting all of the remaining contestants and also their mentors. Let's begin by meeting our first mentor in Category 1, Anjana Ayarji. Anjana ji, a warm welcome to the show, and thank you so much for being a mentor for the kids and adults group in the Vilambit category. You've been working with the kids and adults for the last few weeks. How has your experience been working with them? And do you have any fun stories that you'd like to share with us today?
Namaskar, everyone, and thank you, Ashish, for inviting me to today's Tabla Tarang episode. It is an honor to be here. Mentoring my groups has been a very interesting experience. I have 2 groups, 6 people to each group. One group is all adults, one group is all kids, and they all have very different needs. So it was a bit of a challenge for me to guide them effectively. So then I ended up making these short video tutorials and putting them up on YouTube. My groups were then told to view whichever one they needed to, and they viewed them as often as they needed to, going back and forth. And then they were asked to submit their own videos and audios to me for feedback. And I think this process seems to have worked very well. The kids and adults put in a lot of hard work, and I'm overwhelmed by their dedication and by the amount of hard work that they did. I am thrilled by the progress that they've made in just a few days. A huge shout out to them and to their families for supporting them and for trusting in me. And of course, a big shout out to you, to Satish ji and the entire Tabla Niketan family for giving us mentors this chance to learn and grow. And even without being able to meet face to face. So thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much. It's really great to hear that. And we're definitely excited to see the progress that students are going to be making. I can't wait to hear those Utan, Peshkar that they'll be performing. So once again, Anjana ji, thank you so much for joining us today and wishing all the best to both of your groups for round 2. Let's continue meeting the remaining contestants from Category 1. These students will be presenting a kaida based on the phrase Tita in Tintal, a 16-beat rhythmic cycle. So let's go ahead and enjoy their performances.
Namaste. My name is Anik Parikh and I live in San Ramon. I love music since childhood, so my parents decided me to sign up for Tabla. I've been learning Tabla for 3 years with Ashish sir. I love Tabla because it is really relaxing and it makes you calm.
Namaste. I am 10 years old. I was introduced to tabla by my parents and my grandfather, Pandit Prabhakar Gadikar, who is a classical singer in India. I enjoyed learning different tals at different speeds, and I like to continue my journey with the blessings of my guru, Satish Tareji. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anurag Thakur and I am associated with the Tabla Niketan since January 2019, and I've been enjoying so far playing tabla under the great guidance of Ashish ji and Satish Guruji. So now I got an opportunity to continue my passion. So I am working on it and I'm learning, and I would like to learn more and more and more.
Namaskar, my name is Ketki Mathuria and I have been learning tabla for about a year and a half from Ashish ji Tare. My husband started learning Hindustani classical vocal 2 years ago, and I thought of learning an instrument so that I can accompany him in his musical journey. I approached Mr. Satish ji Tare to see if I can learn to play tabla because I liked rhythm, I liked the beats, and that is how my journey of tal started. I very much enjoy playing tabla and doing jugalbandi.
Hi, my name is Lipika Sur and I have been learning tabla for a little over a year and I love it. Since my childhood, I wanted to learn tabla, but my dad wanted me to learn vocal. I'm very thankful for Satish Ji School where I can pursue my childhood passion.
Hello, my name is Vyas and I've been learning tabla for 3 years from Guruji Satish Tare. I like tabla because it sounds melodious, and I am the first person in my family to learn tabla. Namaste.
Very well played by all of you. Thank you so much. And it's really great to see all the hard work that the kids and adults are putting in. So the Lambit category is the largest category in this competition with 36 participants. We have a few more performances remaining, but before we watch those, let's talk to another mentor from this category and find out his groups are doing. Let's welcome Amit Karmarkarji. Amitji, welcome to the show, and thank you for your support as being a mentor. You and your son Karthik are both learning tabla, and you're also mentoring Karthik's group. What has been the most exciting moment of mentoring for you, And while doing that, did you face any challenges?
Namaskar, Ashish ji. Sorry. I would like by saying that, start by saying that it's an honor to be a mentor on Tabla Tarang season 1. It's the best part I'm seeing is the enthusiasm, the hard work that the kids are putting in, the tremendous amount of progress that they are making, and they're giving it their best shot. And it's just amazing to see that. It's also a very good learning experience for us. uh, we are obviously improving on our knowledge of the tabla. And on the personal side, I think I've also realized that sometimes I'm very hard with Karthik, my son, when I'm guiding him, and I'm learning a lot more patience going through this process. And yeah, some of the challenges with the times we are in doing all this remotely, but kids are extremely adaptable and flexible, and they're doing an amazing job. And lastly, obviously, I would like to thank Satish ji, you, Ashish ji, and the entire Tabla Niketan family for this opportunity. Thank you. It's been a privilege.
Great. Thank you so much. And it's really nice to hear these first-hand experiences from you. Once again, thank you for your time and wishing both of your groups all the best for round 2. Thank you. Now, we have just a few more students remaining in the Vilambit category. So let's go ahead and watch their presentations.
Hi, my name is Soham. I'm going into 3rd grade. I'm 8 years old. My favorite doll is Jeff doll.
Namaste. My name is Vaibhav Pola and I live in Pleasanton. I've been learning tabla for 1 year from Satish ji, and the reason why I like tabla is because when you play the tabla fast, it sounds really nice. Thank you. Namaste.
Hello, my name is Veeram Janapati. I've been in Tabla Niketan for 6 years. I'm extremely grateful to Satish sir and Ashish Bhaiya for guiding me throughout this journey and helping me when I needed it. My favorite part about the tabla is the history of the gharanas. There's so many different types of gharanas, and each one has its special and unique way of playing. Thank you so much for this opportunity, for allowing me to participate in the Tabla Tarang competition.
Hi everyone, my name is Venki Vacha. I've been learning tabla from Satish ji from last 2 years. I started because my son was already learning tabla. The fun part about tabla is learning with my son, practicing with him.
Namaskar. I am Vihan Pol from Santa Clara, California, and I watched Zakir Hussain once, then I watched it twice, and then I felt like I wanted to play, so then I played tabla, and then
And then I really like how Ashish ji teaches, and my dad also joined in after that.
Namaskar. My name is Mauli and I've been learning tabla for the last couple of years from Guruji Satish Tare. I started more to keep up with my son who's been learning tabla over the last 3 years. And recently my daughter has also joined the Tabla Niketan family. And what used to be a chore of, getting the kids to practice has now transformed into a very enjoyable experience of playing tabla together with them. And this is something I look forward to each evening. Thank you and namaste.
Very well played by all of you. Once again, thank you so much for the great efforts and keep up this good practice. That concludes our round one. But before we move to category two, let's talk to another mentor from category one and see how his groups are practicing. I've heard some good stories about them. So let's welcome Pratik Shahaji on the screen. Pratik ji, welcome to Tabla Tarang and thank you for joining us today. So I've heard some really fun and interesting stories about your practice sessions, something about a 6-hour practice that you conducted. So can you tell us what that was and how you managed to do that?
Yes. First, I would like to thank Satish ji and you and for giving me this opportunity as a mentor. Last Monday, so as Anjana ji said, we all have two groups. I have one adult group and one kids group. And from evening 5 o'clock to 10:30 between the two groups mentoring and myself, it was almost 6.5 hours of the tabla practice for me and teaching the kids. This whole experience was truly inspired by watching you and Satish ji for teaching all of us for several hours before the program, every yearly program, and at the same time our day-to-day practices and day-to-day classes. So this is the whole learning experience for us. It's a true experience of learning by teaching, and I'm very impressed by the families putting the time, particularly parents putting the time for the kids, and the kids are practicing, and adults at this age, their patience about our culture, about our music is very, very impressive. And I wish everybody to continue their practice. And I'm really, really thankful for you and Satish for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. It's great to hear that. And your story about the continuous practice sessions reminded me of Sopanji's story about continuous back-to-back concerts for 24 hours. So hopefully one day you can get there as well and we can all be teaching for 24 hours continuously. But thank you so much for joining us and thank you for all your hard work and wishing all the best to both of your groups for the next round.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, so now let's move to the Madhya category and listen to a glimpse of some of those students presenting a qaida based on the phrase Tirakita in Japtal, a 10-beat rhythmic cycle. So let's go ahead and listen to them.
Namaskar, my name is Jan. I am 10 years old. I started learning tabla from my guru Satish Taraji at the age of 6. My parents enrolled me in tabla class because they enjoyed Indian classical music. From the beginning, I liked the rhythm and sound of tabla. I love playing tabla because it makes me happy and relaxed.
Ishan Sharma and I'm 10 years old. I've been playing tabla for 3 years. I'm about to take my Praveshika Purna exam. The one reason I started playing tabla is because me and my family like to watch YouTube videos of people playing the tabla at very high speeds.
Hello, this is Rishabh Praveen. I am currently going into 7th grade. I have been learning this fun instrument, tabla, since 3rd grade and I enjoy it very much. All the credit goes to it being fun by my dear Guruji, Sri Satish Tare ji.
Namaskar. My name is Sashank Kalla and I've been learning tabla for around 3 years from Ashish Taraji in Mountain House. I'm going to high school this year and I'm in the school band. I play percussion and I've been in band since 6th grade. I wanted to spread my skills on Indian instruments, so I started playing tabla. Since then I enjoyed it a lot and I'd like to spread the Hindustani culture. Dhanyavad.
Namaste. My name is Vipul. I am 9 years old. I have been learning tabla for the last 5 years. I got the interest into playing tabla when my parents took me to my brother's tabla classes. I enjoy playing the tabla.
Namaste. My name is Vihan Yantav. I have been learning tabla for 4 years from my guru Sri Satish Tare ji. I enjoy playing the tabla. When I attended a tabla concert, I decided that I wanted to learn it. The instrument makes a variety of sounds and it amazes me that the tabla is so versatile that it can be played in both classical music as well as Western music. I am glad I decided to go on this journey.
Namaste, my name is Vishnu Vasudeva. I decided to play the tabla because I have been playing piano since kindergarten and my piano teacher suggested me to also play a percussion instrument. And I wanted it to be Indian. So the two Indian percussion instruments I wanted to play was either mridangam or the tabla. I watched videos of each of the instruments and I decided to play the tabla.
Namaskar, my name is Yug Chopra and I have been going to Tabla Niketan. I am 9 years old and I have been learning tabla for 4 years now. At first when I started playing tabla, my fingers were very weak and it was very hard coping up with the others. But as I grew older, tabla became more learnable and fun on my journey with my guru.
Great job by all of you in the jump down. We actually have a few more students in category 2. So let's go ahead and finish up watching their presentations as well.
My name is Amaya Joshi and I'm 10 years old. I started playing tabla with Satish Tare Guruji when I was in first grade. I started playing tabla because I used to like watching my brother play tabla.
Namaste, my name is Sridhar Sahokar. I'm a software engineer by profession. Indian music and tabla has always fascinated me, but I never had a chance or opportunity to learn it at the young age. After I moved to US, I had the opportunity to meet Satish ji and started learning tabla for the last 4 years.
Namaste. My name is Atharva Joshi and I'm 13 years old. I've been playing tabla for 7 years now. I started playing tabla because I loved the sounds and the math behind the patterns of the beats. I tried other instruments, but when I tried tabla, I loved it and I've continued it ever since. I hope to continue learning.
Namaskar, my name is Amol Deshmukh. I have been learning tabla for the last 4.5 years with Satish ji. I have had a desire to learn tabla since I was a child. However, for some reason that never happened until 4.5 years ago when I discovered Tabla Niketan and I started learning under Satishji's guidance. Even though I always liked listening to the sound of tabla since childhood, learning to play has increased my appreciation for this art form.
I'm Saurabh Datta. I joined Tabla Niketan in the 2017 Met, I believe. And but I used to play tabla in India. I learned it for around 2.5 years. But then I came and joined here much later. That's around 26 years later. So I'd forgotten a lot of things. Thanks to Satish ji, he has been an incredible teacher.
Great job by all of you once again. And with that, we conclude round one of the Madhya category. All the best to all of you for round two. So let's go ahead and continue with our next category, the Drut category. These students will be presenting a qaida in Tal Rupak, a 7-beat rhythmic cycle. Let's go ahead and enjoy their performances.
Namaste. My name is Parvin Hariram Sachimudapati. I'm 19 years old and I've been learning tabla for the past 7 years. The best part of tabla to me is the various vibrations and sounds that the instrument gives off.
Namaste. My name is Mahalakshmi and I'm 16 years old. I started learning tabla around 4 years ago from Ashish sir and now my Guruji is Satish sir. I got into learning tabla because I love percussion instruments. I noticed that this instrument was dominated by males, so I wanted to inspire more girls to play tabla. I love playing tabla because it relaxes me and helps me feel at ease.
Namaste. My name is Shamit Mantana and I'm 12 years old. I started learning tabla at the early age of 5. This was because my family partakes in bhajans, devotional songs, and various instruments. I love learning how to play tabla and being able to learn the skill every week. Not only does it help me play for bhajans and songs, but it also teaches me valuable life lessons like patience and more.
Namaste, my name is Kush Nayak and I am 14 years old. I've been playing tabla for 6 years now. I first got into tabla when my parents took me to a Tabla Niketan concert and I was very fascinated with the instrument and knew that I wanted to pursue it. I like playing tabla because it creates a perfect harmony of music when the baya and the tabla are played together.
Namaste. My name is Pratik Shah. I'm a physical therapist. I live in Fremont. I've been playing tabla since childhood. I got into tabla because of my father, who was a businessman and musician.
Hello everyone, my name is Shreyas Vortak. I've been pursuing tabla as my hobby since past many years now, and I've been taking tabla lessons from Shri Satish Tare sir at Tabla Niketan since about a year now. I would like to thank Shri Satish Tare sir, Ashish and the entire team of Tabla Niketan for organizing Tabla Tarang Season 1, and I feel very lucky to be part of it, and I hope you like my performance.
Very well played once again, and thank you so much for all your hard work and effort. And that concludes Category 3 of Round 1. In Round 2, these 12 students will be paired together, and the 6 groups will compete with each other until we have a winner. Grand finale will be on 14th November. So now it brings us to our last category of Round 1, Category 4, Atidrut. Let's enjoy their presentation of an Ajrada Gharana Kaida based in Ektal, a 12-beat rhythmic cycle.
Namaskar, my name is Rahul Rangaraj. I'm a sophomore at Mission San Jose High School. I'm 15 years old. I've been learning tabla since I was 5 years old, so for 10 years. I really enjoy playing fast relas and compositions, especially anything with tirikita and diridira. Those are my favorite phrases.
Hi, my name is Manav Patel. I have been playing tabla for 10 years. Practicing and performing multiple times has allowed me to appreciate and enjoy playing tabla. Learning tabla has taught me key skills and process of playing the tabla. In addition, I have learned vital skills that I implement in my daily life.
Hello, my name is Manan Patel. I started playing tabla at a very young age under my Guruji Satish Tare. I really enjoy playing tabla because it's really relaxing to the mind. Setting aside from my homework or from any other work, playing tabla helps me relax my mind, and it's a really good way to calm yourself down.
Namaskar. My name is Rigvat Barve and I've been learning tabla from Satishji for the past 10 years. I got into learning tabla because I used to attend many of Satishji's concerts and I got inspired by watching him play the instrument.
excellent presentation of those Ajrada Gharana Kaidas, especially all those modulations on the Baya. Great work, all of you. And with that, we are at the end of round 1 of Tabla Tarang. But the real journey is just about to get started. Starting with round 2, one group from each category will be eliminated based on the judges' scores and feedback. In next week's episodes, we will introduce you to the judges that will be joining us for round 2 onwards. We'll also have a special lecture and demonstration next week by my father and guru, Sri Satish Taleji. And he will also announce the best performer of round 1 during next week's episode. So make sure you continue to watch because the competition is about to get interesting very soon. Do continue to join us every week, same day, same time, only on Tabla Niketan's Facebook page and YouTube page. Thank you. Good night.
ताल ही अंग है, ताल ही रंग है, ताल जीवन के पहलू का ये संग है। ताल ही अंग है, ताल ही रंग है, ताल जीवन के पहलू का ये संग